Please subscribe, like, share, comment, thanks. Welcome to Chelsea News Today. Thank you for watching Timo Werner first interview. Timo Werner does not have to wait long to test himself against what was the benchmark for top Premier League football last season. Having made his competitive debut for Chelsea at Brighton on Monday and shown what a dangerous player he can be when winning the penalty for the opening goal, 7 days later he has the chance to face champions Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, no doubt seeking his first Premier League goal in his first home game for the Blues. Preparations for that match are well underway, and following training on Wednesday Werner took part in his first media conference as a Chelsea player. He was asked about Sunday's match and specifically about lining up against Virgil van Dijk. "I am looking forward to the game because you have a lot of good teams, and with Liverpool, one of the best teams in the world," Werner responded. "They won the league last year and they have the same team as last year, so they will be as strong as last year. So it will be a really good challenge for us to see how far we are. We had not so good a preseason because a lot of players come from holiday. A lot of players didn't play any games before our first game against Brighton, a lot of players couldn't play, and that made it a little difficult to fight together, but I think for this we did very well." Timo Werner relishing tough Liverpool test. "We will improve game by game, but now we have to play on Sunday and we try to win the game. We are playing against a strong team and they have such good players, not only Virgil van Dijk, the whole defending part of Liverpool are very good. They conceded the least goals in the league and it is a great team in every position. But we also have great players and we have the quality to beat them. It will be an interesting game." Liverpool was one of the clubs Werner was linked to in the media before he settled on signing at Stamford Bridge, and the 24-year-old discussed that choice. "When I decided to leave Leipzig I talked to different clubs, next to Chelsea," he said, "but I don't want to talk too much about other clubs because I decide on Chelsea because for me it was the best decision I can take. Not only because of the style of football but because of what they have shown to me. It was a hard decision but I am very excited and proud with what I decided and I am happy I decided like this. After 1.5 months here it feels right, it feels really good and the team is brilliant," said Timo Werner. "We have some good but calm and nice players. We can do well with this team in the next few months and the next few years. But we also have great players and we have the quality to beat them. It will be an interesting game." Early work in training. Frank Lampard played a big part in Werner deciding on Chelsea as his new home, and the German has expanded on the head coach's involvement in the early negotiations, describing it as a strange time when they first met because of pandemic precautions, but further down the line Lampard contacted him a lot. "We had a lot of conversations," the player said. "He texted me a lot, he sent me a lot of media where he could show me the style of football he wants to play. For me it was really important to know that when I come to a new club, because I loved playing for Leipzig and everything was well for me there. So it was really important to come to a team where I can have a vision that sits with my football. I think the whole Premier League sits very well with my style because it is so fast in the Premier League and the fast players have really good space to play well." Frank Lampard. "Timo Werner will improve us, I'm excited he will be playing for Chelsea. It was really important that he gave me the feeling that the system he wants to play fits very well with me. Also the conversation was very important because he is a calm and very nice guy who makes it clear what he wants and what his style of football is, but also that you are not only a player to him, you are a person. Not a friend as you have the respectful relationship but he sees you as a person. That was really impressive for me and one of the reasons that I came here. 3 points in the bag and flashes that understandings in the Chelsea team are already developing. His mouth is watering at the entertainment that could be served up when we host Liverpool on Sunday. After 1.5 months here it feels right, it feels really good and the team is brilliant," said Timo Werner. Our new signings Thiago Silva and Ben Chilwell trained for the first time with their teammates at Cobham today. Chilwell has been working on his rehabilitation from an Achilles injury since completing his transfer from Leicester City 3 weeks ago. The left back has not featured since sustaining the injury at the start of July in a Premier League game against Crystal Palace. Thiago Silva, meanwhile, only arrived in London last week following his switch from Paris. The Brazilian's most recent match action was the Champions League final defeat to Bayern Munich last month. While those who started against Brighton on Monday night were involved in a slightly lighter session, the rest of the group were back hard at work on a sunny morning at Cobham. Declan Rice, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Edouard Mendy, Marish Kumbula, plus Premier League updates. Chelsea look to shift West Ham's stance over Declan Rice, though it appears to be a tough negotiation at this stage with the Hammers desperate to retain the England international. The main business in the coming days appears to be through the exit as Frank Lampard prepares to slim down his squad. The stunning summer in the market has seen the arrivals of Bayer Leverkusen's Kai Havertz and Leicester City's Ben Chilwell joined Hakim Ziyech of Ajax and Timo Werner of RB Leipzig, while defenders Thiago Silva and Malang Sarr arrived on free transfers from League One. Goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is set to arrive from Rennes imminently, with Kepa Arrizabalaga failing to show any signs of improvement against Brighton on Monday. Emerson appears destined to leave with Inter Milan and West Ham keen, as Marcos Alonso looks set to remain and compete with Chilwell for game time. Chelsea say no to Rice. It was rumored earlier today, but Declan Rice will not be joining Chelsea this summer according to a report from The Athletic. The Blues are unwilling to pay the £80 million asking fee for the West Ham midfielder, a price they deem too high. For their part, West Ham never really wanted to sell Rice, as he has been a standout performer for the East London club since breaking through in the 2018-19 season. Deal reached over Bakayoko. Timo Bakayoko could be leaving Stamford Bridge and heading to his preferred club, AC Milan. Bakayoko made it clear at Chelsea that he only wanted to join the Italian club and is willing to accept a 50% pay cut to ensure a deal is made. According to Sky Italia, the two clubs have reached an agreement with a permanent deal being completed in the next few days, although no details have been announced. Bakayoko signed for the Blues in 2017 for £40 million but failed to make an impact at the club and has spent the last two seasons out on loan. Gary Neville has suggested that Ruben Loftus-Cheek should leave Chelsea after he failed to have an impact on the game against Brighton. Neville thinks Chelsea could earn up to £25 million for the England international, as he now has to compete with Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech and Ross Barkley for a place in Chelsea's starting 11. Is KEPA good enough? According to Gary Neville on Monday Night Football, no, he isn't. Which is why Chelsea are in the market for a new goalkeeper, with Edouard Mendy of Rennes the rumoured favourite, although a deal for the 28-year-old is yet to get over the line. Arrizabalaga has struggled to justify his world record fee. Mendy ready and waiting. French journalist, Mohamed Bouhafsi, says Chelsea's deal with Rennes over goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is all but complete and the 28-year-old is ready and waiting to seal the deal. Mendy is apparently joining Chelsea on a 5-year contract for a fee around £18 million if the clubs finalise the deal. He's just waiting for the green light to leave France and join up with the London club in the Premier League. Thanks for watching.